Okay guys, whether your summer looks more like this, or more like this, or as it often does, more like this, I want to dare you to make the most of the whole of this August that is stretching out before us with a different kind of bucket list. Last year I made a video of 50 productive ways you could spend your summer, but this year I wanted to make a little twist of how we can have a more positive impact on others. And the fact that you clicked on this video is so commendable and just really warms my heart that you would consider investing some of your time, some of your life into doing little things to brighten other people's days. Like, how cool is that? So yeah, our little corner of the internet is gonna make this world a better place this summer. I've broken this video down into tier 1 to tier 3, where this is more short-term impact, simple, easy, frictionless things to do to make the world a better place. And tier 3, which is more long-term impact, might require a bit more thinking or effort at the start, but definitely has so much power in changing the world. And my challenge to you is to commit to just one thing on this list. Just one. And when you hear one you like, just write it down. You can write it in the comments section to keep yourself accountable. And yeah, let's get started. Number 1, check in with a friend who you haven't spoken to for a while. Especially during summer, it's so easy to distance from friends who you would normally see every day, and you might not know that they need a friend at that moment. Reaching out with a simple "how are you?" or calling out of the blue could really make their day, and they might even need you, you just don't know. Looking out for our friends is such an important way to make an impact in our communities. Number 2, practice random acts of kindness. Make it conscious. Like, look for the little moments in the day where you can just spread joy to someone else. It's so easy. Things like holding the door open. Spending those extra 2 seconds just to hold that door open, you know. It makes someone else feel like a stranger cares. Offer your seat to someone on the bus. Why not? You'll stand up knowing that you have just made a small impact in someone's life. My personal favorite is to smile at strangers. Yes, even on the tube. Even the harshest people can be softened by a smile. Number 3, compliment the barista the next time that you go get coffee. I just have so much respect for people who work in any kind of customer service role because they have to deal with some really horrible customers, and I always think, how special is it if you can be a little bit of brightness in their day? Obviously you don't have to make it up, but if you do like anything about their energy or what they're wearing, whether it's the color of their nails or maybe they just have a lovely smile, I dare you to be brave enough to say that out loud and it might make their day. Number 4, say thank you to your loved ones. We so often take a lot of these caring people in our lives for granted. So write your mum, your dad, your sibling, your grandparents, your old secondary school teacher, write someone a letter or an email that will make them smile. We so rarely express our gratitude for these incredible people, and life isn't infinite. And I really love the idea of giving people their eulogies while they're still alive. Don't wait for people to pass on to express why you love them. Number 5, learn about sustainable living. Educate yourself on how you can produce less waste in your day-to-day life, how you can make little changes like having a more sustainable light bulb in your house. Or a really easy one that I highly recommend is to get a reusable water bottle. I've been using a reusable bottle since I was about 15. Before that, I would always just use plastic disposable ones from the school canteen. And getting a reusable bottle helped me drink more water and stay hydrated, but also just made me feel good that I'm not using all this unnecessary plastic. However, my bottle would sometimes get quite manky and gross after using it. It was really awkward to clean. And last September, my life was changed because I got a Lark bottle. Lark are the very kind sponsors of today's video, which is so cool because I'm so obsessed with their bottles. Not only is this thing so beautiful and minimalistic and aesthetic, like it's just this gorgeous white matte color. I added the pink portable grip thing myself. But these bottles are just so intelligent. The first bottle I got from them was this flip and sip model. Firstly, I just love the ability to sip from a bottle. Maybe I'm a toddler, but it just feels very satisfying. And this one has a built-in filter, so it filters out everything from chlorine to lead to horrible things you don't want to drink. And it meant I could fill up my bottle with tap water in Buenos Aires because normally you shouldn't drink the tap water, and it just made my life so much easier. But then here's the fancy part. So you can upgrade your Lark bottle to get this Pure Viz cap, And this is amazing. I literally show all my friends. So you charge up the cap and then with one click, it'll not only purify the water, but it also self-cleans your entire bottle with UV light. Like, how cool and advanced is that? The bottle also self-cleans itself every 2 hours, so you just never get that manky bottle smelling thing happening. And the battery lasts for up to a month, so I hardly ever charge it. It's so beautiful, and I love drinking out of a clean bottle every time. And I can't recommend it enough. I got my brother one. I wouldn't recommend these bottles unless I thought they were amazing. So if you are looking for a new sustainable water bottle, check out Lark, they're amazing. The link you can find in my description. We love sustainability. Number 6. Stop saying mean things about people behind their backs. I think this is maybe an unexpected one because when you think about ways that you can impact the world, you think of things that you can do rather than things that you should stop doing. And gossiping, saying horrible things is literally just a habit and is so influenced by those that we're around. And I think summer is such an amazing time to train yourself to stop saying and thinking horrible things about people. Everyone in this world is going through challenges that you can't see, and the more kindness that you can offer them, the better this whole world will be. Kindness is the best policy. Number 7, participate in a charity walk or run. You can do a couch to 5K, you can do like a cancer research run, but yeah, you'll keep yourself fit and active, you'll have a new challenge, and you'll be able to contribute to an amazing charity. Number 7, pour yourself into a gift for a loved one. While you have time, do some arts and crafts, create a video, bake something amazing for your neighbor. Making that special effort can make someone feel so appreciated. Number 8, start a casual magic journal. Document things in your life that you're grateful for every day. The more gratitude you have for every little thing in your mundane life, the happier that you will be, and therefore the more happiness that you'll radiate into your life and the happier you'll make others. People can feel when you're grateful and it improves their day too. I messed up the numbers somewhere, but this is number 10. Donate to a charity. If you have a part-time job or an internship, it feels so good to be able to split off a part of your earnings and give it to a charity that means a lot to you. For example, I love supporting United World Schools because I really care about education and they build schools in Cambodia. But a little tip, it can actually be really worth thinking about the scale of the impact that your money can make. And there's this amazing organization called GiveWell, where they look at the efficacy of different charities and put the money in the place where it's gonna have the most impact for the most people. So if you're ever skeptical about donation and you think, how can this actually have the best impact for every single penny of money, then I recommend looking into them and they do have the best rational impact. Okay, tier 2. Number 11, invest in looking after your mental health. While you have the time, treat your mental health like a skill that you need to learn. You need to learn the skill of self-care. Decide on one simple act that you want to practice that's going to help your mental health. So for example, learning how to meditate, learning how to do yoga, learning how to journal, and building on that habit now is going to be so amazing when you do go back to school or university or wherever and you have these times of stress and crisis, because then you've already developed this amazing habit to help you feel better. And we can't make a positive impact in this world unless we first look after ourselves. So definitely invest in your mental health. Number 12, create a Notion system or a productivity system that is going to help you when you go back to school. The more organized that we are as people, the more capacity we have to make a positive impact in this world. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you can't even complete what's on your to-do list right now, then there's no way that you're going to have the extra energy to pour into brightening someone else's day. Notion is this amazing software that has personally changed my life. It helps me manage my YouTube channel and platforms. It helped me at university. It helps me plan every single aspect of my life. So yeah, I really recommend investing some time in working out how best to use that or another platform and just build that system now while you have the time. Number 13, invest in your own education. The more you educate yourself, the better impact you will have in the world, I believe. Learn a language, do a massive online open course, watch more documentaries, revise stuff from school to give yourself that head start when you go back. Number 14, learn about financial literacy. It's so important as a young person to understand personal finances, to know what to do with your money, to start saving, to start investing. Things like an ISA. I wish I had known about that earlier. It's a thing you can do in the UK where you can put up to £20,000 into this thing called an ISA. It's just an account and any earnings on this money are just tax-free. So it's great. Learn how to budget, because that's such an important skill for adulting. Number 15, volunteer for an organisation. When I was a teenager, I actually volunteered at a bunch of different animal rescues because I really wanted to be a vet. I volunteered at stables, kennels, catteries. I also did this amazing program in the UK called NCS, where I worked in an elderly home for 6 weeks. I volunteered for this amazing disability charity growing up, and all my experiences of volunteering just taught me so much about this world, and you know, selfishly made me feel so much better too, knowing that I was positively impacting these people's lives. There's so many benefits to volunteering, and you can really tailor it to your interests. Go to your local charity shop and see if they need some help. Number 16, work out which impact area interests you most. You can reach out to people on LinkedIn and talk to them about their experiences at the job they're in. You can ask to shadow people, you can get work experience, do an internship, but just really use this time to explore. Be an explorer of the many things you can do in this world and see what resonates. Number 17, this is a little bit rogue, but I would say fall in love. Because I personally think a way that we have a huge impact in this world is how we are as partners. How do you think about and deal with romantic love? And I think it's a skill. I don't think we're just born amazing at romantic love. I think it's something that we need to work on. You have to learn how to support a partner, how to retain your independence, how to choose the right person. Like, I don't know, it's a trial and error thing. And I think there's so much value in learning about yourself, growing into yourself through experiencing a relationship. So go fall in love. And tier 3, long term. These might feel like a little bit more friction, but I promise you, they can have such a huge impact if you do even just one of these. Number 1, oh my god guys, I realized that for all of tier 3, I didn't continue the counting. I just said it 1 to 10. Oh well. Number 1 is to potentially change your bank to a more environmentally friendly one. If you're someone who cares about the environment, one of the most underrated things you can do is to look into your bank and what they invest in. Without even knowing it, you could be contributing to them investing in fossil fuel companies or new oil rigs. And how horrible that all this money is going into climate destruction and you don't even realize that you're kind of part of it. But switching bank feels so scary, so bureaucratic, and there's this amazing service called Switch It Green, which tells you about a bank's fossil fuel credentials, helps you easily switch to a greener bank. It's so user-friendly, it's also just very interesting, and this is something I really want to do this summer. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to check it out, but yeah, sounds boring but has a huge impact. Number 2, work towards an impactful career. On average, we will spend 80,000 hours of our lives working, and one of the most underrated ways to have an impact is to think about where you invest your 80,000 hours. What mission are you supporting? What cause are you supporting, and why? And I'm not saying join an NGO, but what I am saying is, you know, maybe don't work for a fossil fuel company. Maybe have a look at this amazing resource called 80,000 Hours, which has a career guide, a newsletter, and a jobs board, all of which are looking at the most impactful careers that we need for this state of the world right now. So for example, careers around AI regulations are really important right now, or stuff to do with the climate crisis or existential threats. Definitely check it out. It's been so useful for me thinking about my career. That is a long-term impact. Number 3, read into parenting. A bit rogue again. I'm not thinking of having kids anytime soon, but something I have recently been thinking about is that one of the biggest ways to have a real impact in this world is to raise kids well. Half of the issues we have come from our parents. And all parents are just doing their best, right? But I think often we don't think of parenting as a skill that needs to be learnt and improved upon. And I think you're never too young to start reading into parenting, even if you never want to have kids. I think it could help you analyze the reasons why you are the way you are from your parents. Number 4, learn about social issues. For example, critically learn about race, about trans rights, LGBTQ+ rights, disability rights, all these incredible minorities who occupy our society and are frequently marginalized just because of people's lack of awareness and understanding about their needs, their place in this society. For example, most of my life, I never really thought about the fact that I'm white. I never thought about what that means, the privileges I might have had, how I've grown up so represented in the media and therefore been taught that I can access, you know, most careers or spaces. I mean, I am a woman, but you know, most faces. For example, if you're a white person, there are so many amazing books like White Fragility, Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race, British. And I believe engaging in these things has a huge long-term impact on society, especially as you go into the workforce. If you ever have a position of power, you should have considered these things. Number 5, become a mentor. You might think I have no skills to share, but I don't think that's true. Whether you're doing really well in a certain subject at school or you have certain skills that you could share, advice to give back. How can you help others who are on a similar path? Number 6, one way you can do that is to create a social media platform. Again, this is long term because this is a lot of work. I can't express how much work social media is, like especially if you want to do it consistently. But the beauty is if you can share impactful messages, they can reach infinite numbers of people. So yeah, definitely consider it if you have something that you uniquely want to share. And number 7, become a blood or an organ donor. No one really thinks about this day to day, but you know, taking 5 minutes to go and register as an organ donor could literally save people's lives in the future, way beyond you. Number 8, set up a monthly donation to an effective charity. This is a huge long-term impact because if you're continually donating, you know, £10 a month, £5 a month, whatever you can give, you don't have to think about it, but every single month you are creating an incredible impact. Or if you're feeling incredibly generous, you can pledge to give 10% of your future income to a certain charity. Number 9, join a political group or learn about politics. Especially as a young person, I think this is so important. We are not taught to engage with politics enough, even though that is literally how we shape our collective futures. Yeah, join a party. Why not? Go protest, do it. And number 10, give up fast fashion and learn to shop more sustainably. This is a tough one, and this is why I'm also putting it in the long-term category, because I understand how difficult it is to give up fast fashion when clothes are affordable, when there's so much social pressure to look trendy and cool. But guys, fast fashion is so bad for the planet, for social reasons, people who are making the clothes just being really mistreated, learning skills like repairing your own clothes, or saving up to invest in higher quality items, or shopping secondhand, going thrift shopping. These things can have a huge impact, especially if you make it a habit in your life. Guys, honestly, the fact that you're here, I think, is just so incredible. The fact that you want to invest some of your time this summer into making other people's lives better. It is so commendable, and it's part of why I love this little corner of the internet, and I'm sending you so much love. Definitely go check out Lark if you're looking for a gorgeous new water bottle, and I hope you have the best, most restful rest of your summer. Bye!